What's up, everybody? Yeso here for another episode of Series Recap. We're here for the week of September 12th, and we're getting close to the end of the season here for Series E, but a ton to talk about here today across Halo Infinite, Guilty GearStrive, and Apex Legends, so let's not waste any more time and just jump right into the good stuff. As always, we start with Apex Legends. Of course, the action kicked off Tuesday night with our open night competition, and it was a very tight two-horse race for the entire night. It was Esports Arena and Team Mike and Ike battling it out back and forth. Team Esports Arena ended up on top in the end with Mike and Ike finishing in second place. We also had some interesting runs from some open squads. The biggest story, in my opinion, was LTC Esports, a squad that qualified through competing at our Orlando Walmart location. They got that spot in open night by competing there, came in, and while certainly my expectations were low, they set the bar high and looked impressive throughout the night, finishing inside of the top 5 in a very talented lobby. Looking forward to seeing more from LTC in the near future. Now, let's jump right into Wednesday. Of course, Pro Night as always. NRG coming in as back-to-back winners on Wednesday night and looking to make it 3 in a row. It was a very exciting night for Mike and Ike once again, as they were in the mix from the beginning of the day. They didn't miss out on a top 2 finish on World's Edge and looked good on Storm Point as well. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, who had a bit of a rougher start to the night, heated up in the second half of the day and went into the final game with a huge shot to take a win against NRG. TSM in the mix as well. We're looking to make something happen in Game 6. Now, Game 6 was where it all came to a head. NRG coming in with a big lead, go out in 15th place, meaning that they are stuck at 74 points, and all of a sudden, it is wide open for Mike and Ike, TSM, and Team Liquid to make a run for the win. Mike and Ike unfortunately went out first of the 3, and their day ended there. Meanwhile, TSM and TL both made it into the top 5, but Renegades held the wall and kept TSM from grabbing the win. Meanwhile, Team Liquid, making it into the top 3, had the huge opportunity, one more fight win, and they would have beat NRG. But guess what? SSG had something to say about it. They knock Sykes, they get this incredible push into the building that TL are in, wipe them out, and stop them short. Renegades grabbed the win in the end, but it was NRG with the overall victory, and they are our champs 3 weeks in a row for Series E Pro Night. Now for some Guilty GearStrive. If you watched last week's episode of Series Recap, you know that Tempest was dominant to end the week and was looking to roll that here into another win this time around. And Tempest did a lot of work to do so, got all the way to the winners finals here and took down Red Ditto at that point to sit in Grins. Now let's talk about some of the other players that got their deep adventure with a hell of a run, but did get stopped by Tempest in the winners semifinals. Meanwhile, Red Ditto took a 3-0 win over Umisho in their winners semifinal to get to winners finals. And that was a huge surprise. Now Umisho having to make a significant run through the loser side of the bracket. But it did not deter here, dropping down to the loser side of the bracket. Umisho with an incredible run. 3-2 over Neubenheimer, of course, our 3-week-in-a-row champion of WNF, with a pretty strong performance, honestly, this week. Now, jumping into the next set, it's 3-1 against Adventure, 3-1 against Red Ditto, and then a 3-1 in the Grand Finals first set against Tempest. Umisho on an absolute tear, but Tempest did bring it all in that final set. It goes down to a deciding 5th game, and as our good friend James Chen loves to say, a final game, final round between Umisho and Tempest. And Umisho took the win, returning to the top of Series E, once again taking down her biggest competition, Tempest, along the way. It was a hell of a run, but Umisho was so impressive all throughout and stands at the top of Series E once again. I cannot wait to see how this season ends. Finally, let's talk some Halo Infinite. Only open night this week, as with the United Grunt Classic going on, we get the team's Friday night off. So make sure you check that out if you aren't already watching it. Now let's talk about Monday, of course. Open night, big bracket. We get to top 8. FaZe Clan making a huge run on one side of the bracket, Complexity on the other, and the two Titans met in winners finals. Complexity was able to take the win there, though, stopping a FaZe Clan team that seemed absolutely unstoppable earlier on in the bracket. So Complexity gets to go wait in grands. But let's talk about a different team here, Native Black. Of course, a newly signed roster, and they lost in the first round of top 8. They fell 0-2 to Oxygen. That means a deep losers run they're gonna have to get done. And they did. They make it all the way to the end of the losers bracket. They beat Fnatic in losers semifinals. They beat FaZe Clan in losers finals to meet Complexity in grands. It looked like Native possibly destined for the win with this incredible run on the losers side, but it was stopped short. Complexity with the 2-0 win in grand finals deny the reset, deny the win, and they take the title here on Monday night. It was a hell of a bracket, and I'm looking forward to more very, very soon. All right, y'all, that does it here for series recap for the week of September 12th. It was a blast of a week, honestly. Can't wait to close out the season here very soon. Make sure you don't miss out on all of our good stuff here at twitch.tv/esportsarena, kicking off at 4 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday next week. I will see you there.